Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Juna Perkins, and I'm running for Norfolk County District Attorney in September of 2026. This morning, I called for the resignation of District Attorney Michael Morrissey, and I want to tell you why. Yesterday, a Norfolk County jury found Karen Reed not guilty for the death of John O'Keefe in a case that captured international attention. A Boston police officer, family member, and friend of so many is dead. Meanwhile, the erosion of trust caused by this disastrous prosecution resulted in a crisis with an impact that extends far beyond the borders of Norfolk County. I want to highlight a few important points. First, no experienced prosecutor would ever have charged Karen Reed with second-degree murder in the absence of stronger evidence about how John O'Keefe died, and in light of compelling evidence that Reed was too intoxicated to form the intent required to convict her of murder. Charging someone without a good faith basis to believe the Commonwealth can meet the high standard of proof beyond a reasonable doubt is simply unethical. I've not spoken to a single current or former prosecutor, not one of my former colleagues, who believed the evidence supported this charge. 2. DA Morrissey's publication prior to the trial of a video in which he publicly vouched for the credibility of his police investigators, including now disgraced Trooper Michael Proctor, violated the Massachusetts Rules of Professional Conduct for prosecutors. This is unconscionable behavior for a district attorney. 3. DA Morrissey knew or should have known of Trooper Michael Proctor's unethical and biased behavior prior to the first trial, and he failed to take appropriate remedial action to prevent Proctor's conduct from jeopardizing the O'Keefe prosecution and other criminal investigations like the murder of Anna Walsh in Cohasset. 4. The district attorney's $14 million budget after salaries leaves only $2.7 million for all other operational expenses, including rent, utilities, equipment for 144 full-time employees, and direct case expenses. The district attorney has spent more than one-third of his entire annual operating budget for the special prosecutor and expert witnesses on the retrial alone. Rather than reassessing the evidence after the first trial and seeking a more pragmatic outcome in line with the evidence that would free up resources for other cases, DA Morrissey doubled and tripled down on using every resource possible to prove he was right rather than seeking justice. 5. In the past few years, Norfolk County has been the site of an alarming number of high-priority cases, aside from the death of John O'Keefe. The sexual exploitation and murder of Sandra Birchmore, the murder of Anna Walsh in Cohasset, and the recent hate-motivated attack on a kosher grocery store in Brookline. There have been 2 apparent murder-suicides in Norfolk County recently, a man in Dover who allegedly murdered his whole family when bankruptcy loomed, and another just last weekend in Milton. In another case, a man allegedly shot the mother of his child just a few months ago in Milton. And every day in Norfolk County, kids struggle with bullying and sexual exploitation at school. District Attorney Morrissey's exclusive focus on the prosecution of Karen Reed has come at the expense of all these other families and of other efforts that could have been made to prevent crime in our community. 6. Worst of all, Morrissey's decisions in the Karen Reed case gave John O'Keefe's family false hope about the outcome. For 3 years, the family of John O'Keefe has patiently hoped and waited for the promised outcome, riding the emotional roller coaster of every new scandal and facing conflict at the courthouse every day for months at a time, only to have their hopes for justice dashed not once, but twice. Beyond the grief from the death itself, this experience in the criminal justice system causes devastating emotional harm. The job of the district attorney is to empower victims of crime, not to make them pawns in the district attorney's quest for validation. District Attorney Morrissey's conduct can only be explained by incompetence or ego. Neither have any place in a district attorney's office. It's time for Morrissey to go. Thank you for listening. I'm Juna Perkins, and I'm running for district attorney.